Welcome to the Positive Productivity Podcast, episode 195. Have you requested your 7-day free version of the Positive Productivity Planner yet? If not, I want to encourage you to go over to thekimsutton.com/7DP and pick up your copy today. This free version of the planner is going to help get you on track of leading a more positive and productive personal and professional life. Again, you can get your copy at thekimsutton.com/7DP. The Positive Productivity Podcast was created to empower entrepreneurs to achieve and appreciate personal and professional success. I'm your host, Kim Sutton, and if you're ready, let's jump into today's episode. At the time of this recording, I am preparing for the next 12 months. And a common theme that I'm seeing is that I need to start with the end goal in mind. Where do I want to be at the end of next year? And what are the tools and events and the support teams that I need to help reach those goals? For so much of the first 3.5, 4, or come on, let's just be honest, the first 5 years of my business, which I have just wrapped up, I have been working in the present moment rather than looking at the goal that I was trying to achieve. Sometimes I felt like my nose should practically be touching the paper, considering how close I'm getting to the project and how short-sighted my view actually is. But if we're really going to achieve the goals that we're striving for, then we need to be constantly looking at the big picture and planning in advance. One of the biggest ways that this became evident in my life and in my business recently was that I had originally planned on attending 12 to 14 events in 2018. But taking a look at each of those events individually, I began to realize that many of them did not benefit me or my business in the same way that some of the others did. I'm looking to attend events that provide both networking opportunities and adequate training for wherever I am in my business at that time. And when I really got into it, I realized that the training I would be engaged in some of these events was elementary considering where I already am in my business. I was shocked to see how much time and money I was going to be spending on these events when it would be more wise to be using that time and money to grow my team or invest into the projects that I'm currently working on. If you're struggling to figure out how you're going to be reaching your goals for next year, I want you to take a step back and start with the end game in mind. I want you to take out a sheet of paper and on the right-hand side, draw a star with the name of one of the goals inside of it. Then to the left of that star, I want you to start breaking down the various elements, tools, team members, and resources that it's going to take for you to reach that goal. After you get all that done, take a look at your plans for the year ahead. After you get done mapping this out for this one goal, I want you to map it out for each of the other goals that you have in your mind right now. With these laid out in front of you, take a look at everything that you have planned for the year ahead and commit to removing the investments, both time and financial, that aren't congruent with the goals that you are trying to reach. While we can reach our goals running haphazardly and never knowing what we're doing one day to the next, it is so much easier to reach them when we have a roadmap laid out in front of us. So I know it may sound a little bit painful and maybe not as free-flowing as you may want to run your day, but I strongly encourage you in the next week to engage in this activity. Start with your end game in mind and draw the map to your success. Now, with all this said, go forth and make it a positive and a productive day.